mining as a whole is experiencing a confidence crisis, and last year was one of the most difficult for the industry across the globe. The report today, analysing 40 of the largest listed mining companies across the developed and emerging worlds, including South Africa, it says no one was spared the turmoil. Profitability plunged to its lowest level in a decade. Gold producers were the hardest hit, with gold prices suffering their greatest annual decline in almost 30 years. And almost half the top 40 companies had a leadership change right at the top. Well, to discuss, we're now joined by PwC mining partner Deon Shango. Thank you for joining us. Deon, the big story, it sounds like last year was gold, and they really suffered. Before we go back to that, yes, do you think the story will change this year and platinum will be in sharp focus?
Absolutely. Platinum does seem to be in the spotlight this year, Francis, so I'm sure we will see some news coming out of the platinum sector. However, it's important to realize that the platinum sector generally, on a global scale, does not have as large an impact or does not make as large a contribution as what gold would do. And to your earlier point about gold, indeed, we have seen 5 gold companies exit the top 40 for our 2013 analysis as compared to 2012.
Well, this is incredible. Across the world, profits plunging by 72%. How does that happen? How do you lose 72% of your profits in a year?
Mining companies out there face a number of challenges, Francis. We are sitting in a low commodity price environment, and this is further exacerbated by the fact that costs continue rising. And then we saw in 2012 that mining companies in the top 40 recorded impairments and write-downs of assets amounting to $40 billion. Well, that trend continued into 2013 with $54 billion being written down or impaired in mining assets.
So this is where they say we have assets that are overvalued, we have mines that aren't producing.
Absolutely, and those overvalued assets really are just an indication of the sentiment amongst all your commodities in mining at the moment, where we sit with commodity prices that continue to fall.
Tell me a bit more, because it's not that people are not wearing jewelry or that we're not using platinum in cars, yes, but you're talking about the costs that they're facing and the price that they're getting. So just explain a little more, and what are we looking at this year in terms of those prices? What is the outlook for our miners?
Francis, you're absolutely right. It's not like the world does not require all of a sudden anymore the products that are produced by the mining companies out there. Mining essentially is, if you think of a valuation of a company, it's about the sentiment or the value that you ascribe to a mining company today. And if market forces cause those prices of commodities to be lower, then values that are ascribed to companies will also respond in kind by coming down as well. And really, so the product and the demand is still there. China continues to drive a lot of that growth. It's just that the lower cost and the lower sentiment is having a negative impact on prices.
All right, so a pretty bleak picture for miners all round. I wish we could continue, but that was Deon Shango, PwC mining partner.